Kirsten and this is Moose, and it is his 2nd birthday today that you are seeing this. In honor of that, I wanted to give you a story about how we got him, why we got him, and his bad breeder experience. So let's just get in with this video, shall we? Yeah, I love you too, boo-boo. Alrighty, so the dogs are kind of playing around, so you might hear them. And this guy can't stop giving me kisses. You're so cute. You know the story is about you, right? Alrighty, so let's just talk about why we got him and how we got him. So back in 2018, I had lost my dad. I did a video on that. I will link that down below. But I went through a really hard time. And I really wanted something that was positive in my life. I was going through a really bad time. So Chris and I had decided that we had gotten the money saved up to get a Frenchie. Can you figure out how to stand? Yeah, I know. So we decided that it was time to get another dog. We were living on our own at this moment in our first place. I also did a empty house tour on that place, and I will link that down below as well. But basically, I just wanted something to have a positive thing in my life. So I had looked on Facebook again and had found a breeder that lived in Nebraska. She was about 3-4 hours away, I believe. And she kind of just sent back that her prices are about $1,800 and they go back up from there. And that depending on the color is basically the price. And so she had 6 puppies. I believe if I can find the photo, I will insert the photo of the puppies. 2 of them had been spoken for. So one of the creams had been spoken for, and so is one of the blue fawns. We went through them, or we looked at them, and I had picked out, I didn't know if I wanted a cream colored one or if I really did want a blue fawn. So I had picked out a couple, and I didn't know which one to get. I was kind of like, I'm a very indecisive person, so we, due to the fact she was so far away and we really wanted a puppy, we did not go and meet the dogs at all and picked which one from that. We picked from a picture of a puppy. So, I had chose a couple and I didn't know which one I really liked, and Chris kind of made the final decision on which one he thought would be the best one. At this time, I believe we were kind of open to anything. We were open to male, female, it didn't matter. It was gonna be based on, I guess, how cute they are and which one we really wanted. And Chris ended up picking out Moose. I asked about, we said that we were interested in the blue fawn one and how much would he be. And I asked, like, when is he gonna be ready? And he was supposed to be ready at about June 6th. And we started to ask her a bunch of questions, like where she was located, what the dogs would come with, what the dogs would, like if they were trained or socialized with people, other pets, cats, dogs, you know, other things. And every time I'd ask her a question, she would kind of be like, I'm busy, or, you know, she wouldn't answer it right away, which was weird. Actually did kind of answer majority of our questions. We asked for updated photos of him, which she said she would get on the weekend, but then never really did send us any photos, so we have no idea if she actually did take them or not. That was a weird noise. Then we also made an arrangement to give her the deposit. She ended up saying that she was going to be in the same town that we live in the next day, and that we could meet up and give her our deposit of $200. So we met up in a parking lot of a store and gave her the $200, and she was super nice. She was a nice person and all. And then there was the day, a couple days before we were supposed to pick up this dog. We were trying to make a plan because that same week me and Chris were also doing a relay for life in honor of my dad. And so we weren't going to be able to go on a weekend to pick up the dog. So we would have to go during the weekday, and we wanted to make a plan because our week was pretty hectic and scattered. And we agreed to pick up the dog on June 6th. Later that night, she gave us, I asked her for her address so we could pick up the dog, and she said, meet me at this gas station in Brady, Nebraska. We drove, it was about a 2-hour drive from us. We drove all the way there. We waited around a little bit. She eventually came. She had 2 other dogs with her, which were also going to get picked up by their owners, which I believe both of them were a cream colored dog. Maybe one cream, one black and white. I especially remember a cream. She ended up giving us a bag of dog food. She gave us a couple toys for him. And then we got our little pup. So after that, we had left. She said she'd send us the paperwork. We gave her our address and everything. We left, and we went home. And as we went home, we ended up stopping by the spaghetti shop to eat supper. And Miss sat in the back seat while we ate. And it was the cutest thing because he'd whine because he wanted to be with us. And it was so adorable. So just wanted to state out the fact that about a month after we had Moose, I had sent her a message and was like, I have not received the paperwork for our dog, where she pretty much never answered. And then I'd sent her another message in the middle of July, and she had finally sent me back a message that she was busy with a move, like they were moving and she was busy. And then by August, the middle of August, about a month after my last message, I had sent her another message saying, we still have not received our paperwork. And she ended up opening up my message, but never responded. Never responded. We have no idea. That was kind of how and why we got Moose. So I'm going to explain some of our bad, why this breeder is not our top choice. So now I'm going to kind of explain some things why I think she's not the best breeder. I would probably consider not recommending her to anyone. She's probably our worst experience that we've had. So one of the biggest things is we had to ask all of the questions, and when we asked them, she wouldn't respond for a long time. She was always too busy. There was, my daughter's getting married, now there's this move, there's I'm busy with work. It was always, she was so busy that she couldn't answer our questions about a dog that we were buying from her, which was kind of, in my opinion, very unprofessional, and I did not like it. Another red flag that came up was the fact that we were going to send the money in the mail, and then when I offered to drive it to her, I was offering to drive the 2 hours drive to drop off a deposit money, which would have cost me money to drive there. I offered to drive there, and she completely like shut it down right away and was like, we're coming to the same town you're in, why don't I just pick it up while we're there or whatever. Which at that moment I just thought, oh, that's cool, like, but now looking back, I think it's a little sketchy. So in other words, we never seen her place, I guess. As the time went on, we had asked about updated pictures, and she was always too busy and never sent us any updated pictures. We asked about Mrs. Parents. She never gave us any information. Hey! No information on Mrs. Parents at all. We don't even know what they look like. We have no idea how she ended up with such a variety of colors. I have no idea. Another red flag is when we went to go pick up Moose, she had stated that she wanted to meet at a gas station in a really small town called Brady, Nebraska. At the time, we just thought, oh, it must be just easier. It's right off the interstate. It'll be easier for us. But when we got there, the gas station was completely abandoned. It wasn't even open anymore. It was completely like There was weeds growing inside the building. It was completely ran down, completely abandoned. It was just completely sketchy kind of area and situation. Yeah, started having an issue with, we were in the process of kennel training him, and he did pretty well except for the fact that he would potty in his kennel. Now, for a normal dog, that's pretty normal, but as far as I understood, for a French Bulldog, they like to be clean. They're very, like, I guess I would say anal about their environment, and I wouldn't assume that he would want to pee or poop in his bed and then lay in it. That's not something that a French Bulldog usually does, and based on what we think is that he was never really let out as a puppy to go potty outside. He was confined to maybe a pen or a kennel area that he had to go do everything in. Because then we found that potty training took a long time. Now for Panda, she picked up on it in 4-ish months. For Moose, it was about 7, 8, 9 months of us doing this. And then just when you think that you've got, and some of those months in there, we thought, he's potty trained, he gets it, he's learned it, and then something would happen and he's peeing and pooping in the house again, and it was constantly back and forth. There has been, like, family and stuff has asked us where we got Moose and who we got Moose from, and I won't say, I'm like, because they're looking for a dog like it, and I'm like, I would not prefer this person. I don't agree with this person. I would not get this dog from this person. Yeah. Okay, so I am also just going to leave a little slideshow and maybe a video. I think I have a video of us getting Moose that I might insert in here just to kind of show you some of Moose over the last 2 years. It is his 2nd birthday, so yeah. I honestly don't know if that stopped recording, but give this video a thumbs up if you like it, comment down below wishing Moose a happy birthday, and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notifications so you're notified when we post every single Friday. And this is KMC whatever, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!